Hello there everyone. I had a request in to make a video about how to start meditating. So I figured what better way to do it than to sit down on my yoga mat and show you a few things that I use when I meditate and give you 8 tips to help you start meditating. And I'm using 8 because that's the number of infinity. And 8 is an infinity sign if you turn it 90 degrees. And we are infinite beings. So I think it's a perfect number of tips to tell you to start meditating. The first thing that you want to do when you start meditating is make sure that you are in a good space to meditate. A area that has good energy for you, that you feel good being in it, that is quiet. If you're going to be in your house, that's what you want to look for. The ideal place to really meditate though is in nature. You really want to get out and just go in nature and meditate and get away from all the normal energies that are always pushing on you in your day-to-day life, in your normal routine. And when you step into nature, that's exactly what happens, because it's just nature around you. It's natural and it's much more peaceful being in nature. But you can absolutely meditate in your house as well. You just want to make sure that you're in a place that you are going to be comfortable in, that you're not going to be distracted in, and that you will be able to actually clear your mind in that area. The second thing that you're going to want to do is make sure you are in a comfortable position for you. A lot of people think that you need to be in some special meditative position to meditate, but you don't have to be at all. A lot of us, especially when we start meditating, which I had this problem, our body has a lot of stress, which is the point of meditation, is to get rid of that stress out of your body and clear your mind. Because when your mind is running constantly, it makes your body stressed. And when your body is stressed, your mind is running constantly. It works both ways. And you can't even get into most of those yoga poses that people get into. Like, I'm sitting with my legs crossed right now. I could not have done this when I first started to meditate and stretch and do yoga, which I just refer to it all as the same thing, really. It's meditation is, you do meditate when you're stretching and relieving stress out of your body, because that's the whole point of meditating. You don't have to sit there being necessarily still to be doing something that is meditating to you. And the best way that I really meditate, when I just want to 100% relax and not stress, I just lay down. I lay down on my yoga mat, just on my back, and just keep my body balanced and do it that way. It's really the most comfortable way that I can do right now. Because even when I sit like this, after so long, I get tired of sitting like this. My hips, because my hips aren't really stretched out that well yet. And it's like that for a lot of people, because we aren't used to doing this. We're not used to putting our body in ways that isn't what we do on our normal day-to-day life. So unless we're doing stuff, stretching already, you're not going to be able to do the meditative poses that you'll see that they used to do in history and in ancient mythologies and everything. The third thing that you're going to want to do is to make sure that where you are, which this goes along with your environment, has good sound. It has either is peaceful, or if you're in nature, you can just listen to nature, because nature is very, very peaceful. And if you're not, when I'm at home, I like to play a nice relaxing tune, some kind of meditative song that is going to relax me. And I'll usually listen to some type of meditative song that is at 432 hertz, which there's a few other ones that are supposed to be better frequencies for us to listen to when it comes to music, but I find that 432 hertz is really the one that I like to listen to the best. Because if you don't know, most music, all the music that's recorded in a studio is recorded at 440 hertz, which is supposed to be actually damaging for our soul. It's supposed to disconnect us from our soul. And the 432 hertz is supposed to be uplifting for our soul. It's supposed to connect all of our energies back together and connect us back to ourselves and who we actually are. There are tons of these meditations on YouTube that you can listen to that I download myself and put on my phone. They're really good to listen to when you're meditating. I even listen to them when I'm going to sleep sometimes. It just helps you relax overall. I a lot of times will just play them when I'm in my house because they're relaxing. It helps you keep in a relaxed mode all the time because we really want to strive to be in a meditative mind all the time. When you can do that, that's when you're really getting to know who you are and what you're actually doing here. The other thing that's very useful when you start meditating, though, is listening to guided meditations. Which again, there's tons of them on YouTube, but they'll guide you through actually releasing the stress in your body. Which, if you've never done anything like that before, it's definitely good to listen to those because it's all about relieving the stress. And if you don't know how to exactly, it's hard to figure it out. So listen to a guided meditation to get you started on that. The fourth one that you are going to want to do is your breathing. Your breathing is very important while you are meditating, and actually all throughout the day. Whenever I feel like I'm getting stressed, I stop. I take deep breaths. I even try to just do it normally because I feel that we are all breathing too quickly just in our normal day-to-day lives, and we need to just breathe deeper at every sense and at every moment, at every breath we take. It just needs to be deeper and more fulfilling for us. I usually do 4 seconds in, hold it for 4 seconds, and then 4 seconds out, which I always do it through my nose. I don't breathe through my mouth when I'm meditating at all. Which, an example. And just from that one breath, it just relieves a bunch of stress in my body. It's amazing how much breathing rhythmically can really clear the stress out of your body, and it clears your mind so much as well. You want to focus on your breath. Focus the breath coming in, it being in your lungs, and then the breath coming out and exiting your nose. You want to really focus on the breathing, which will help clear your mind a lot. The fifth thing, which actually goes along with the breathing, is what is in your air that you are breathing. If you're in nature, you're breathing in nature at that point. You're breathing in the trees, the plants, and everything that nature has to offer. And you can't get better than that. That's the natural prana out there. That's exactly what you want to be breathing in. But if you're in your house, there's a lot of negative energy in our houses a lot. And to clear that negative energy, which when you have negative energy, it clouds your mind is basically what it's doing. It makes you think more. It makes you worry more. It makes you focus on thoughts that you don't need to focus on at all. And there's a lot of things that you can use to get rid of all of that in your house and in the area where you're meditating, which I usually use sage and Palo Santo sticks, which both of them release negative ions, which attach to the negative energy in the air and clears it, so it makes a positive. Negative plus negative makes a positive, just like you learned in math. It's the same when it comes to the energy and everything. And I just light it, put some smoke out in the air, and start breathing it in because it really helps clear your mind and relax your body when you are breathing in these certain types of herbs. They're mostly herbs. A few other ones are rosemary, mugwort is a good one, which you can also smoke mugwort, and it really relaxes you and it helps clear your mind as well, and it helps to give you more vivid dreams is one of the big pluses of mugwort. There are lavender is a good one to burn. There's a lot more even besides that. Incense, and you can even burn candles. You just want to make sure that it's a soy-based candle and that it has scented by essential oils, not by fragrance. Fragrance is full of chemicals, and that's going to make you anxious and stressed. You wanted the essential oil of the plant, which is what they extract out, so you're getting the pure scent of the plant when you have the essential oil. And I always recommend everything organic, just because that's going to be the closest that you can get to nature. Not that it necessarily is pure in quality, but it's going to be a lot purer than non-organic stuff. And we unfortunately have to worry about that in this world right now, that even when we're using natural products, they're busy spraying them with pesticides and hormones and herbicides and all kinds of stuff to make sure that their crops are growing correctly. Has nothing to do with caring about us. And when you get the organic stuff, it's not as bad. Depending where you get it though, it might be completely, purely organic, just like it should be when it's grown in nature, because that is truly organic at that point. And the sixth thing that I like to use, and I think is really good for everyone to use when they meditate, are crystals, which I got quite a few right here next to me. I will point out my amethyst. I really like amethyst. It's my favorite crystal. I like the purple. It's one of my favorite colors. And amethyst is actually just a type of quartz that has turned purple because of where it was at. And also I have quartz here. I have all these little pieces, which all of these I found here in Arizona, in Phoenix here. Phoenix is full of quartz. It's all over the place. It's what the rock is all here. It's all quartz. And when I go hiking, I find these things all over the place. I found this big one, which I have an even bigger one I have upstairs that I found when I was hiking. I just find them right there on the path. A lot of times people don't even notice that they are right there, because they don't know that crystals just lay around all over the place. They're literally all over our earth. You just have to look for them, because they don't come in these shiny forms like these amethysts are. These have been polished. They're usually duller, like this one, when you get it straight from the earth, which I like it when it comes straight from the earth. It's more natural to me. And for those who don't know, crystals carry a lot of energy in them, which is the whole point of meditating, is to raise your energy. And when you're holding crystals or have them around you, they're giving you they're giving their energy to you to help raise yours. You're connecting with them. You're talking to them in a sense, in a different communication, in our natural form of communication. And it really helps us to get back to who we are naturally. It's all about being natural when you're meditating. That's the whole point of all of it. Another thing that a lot of people use, this is from Hindu tradition, is our malas. There are 182 beads on a mala, which coincidentally equals 11 when you add all those numbers together. And 11 is a master number in numerology. It's a very powerful number. And a lot of people will either wear them and hold on to them while they're on their neck, or while they're meditating, they'll just hold on to them like this and rub them while they're meditating. And which leads me to my seventh thing that you should do, which is affirmations. While people are holding the mala or crystals, you say affirmations, which affirmation is something positive that you are saying. And you can either say it out loud or you can say it in your head. When you say it out loud, you're putting it more into effect depending on how strong your mind is at the moment. But that's why words are powerful. They literally are powerful. And when you repeat the same phrase, a positive affirmation, which an example would be, I am balanced always, which is going to make you balance. It's going to always make you balance because you are ending it with always. I like to end a lot of my affirmation with always, because it's just not I'm always like that, but it's also in all ways you are that. I am in abundance always, in all ways. And while you are doing that, meditating and focusing on what you are saying, you will start to clear your thoughts and you will have a singular thought of, I am abundant, I am balanced, or whatever it is that you desire. If Your affirmation can be something that you want to do. Like, I'm moving to Hawaii. I meditated on being in Hawaii, saying affirmations about being in Hawaii. It's anything that you want it to be, because that is what your thought is. It should be a singular thought that you have in a moment. And that's what affirmations really teach you, and what you're doing when you're saying them is getting down to a singular thought, to put all of your energy towards that singular thought and actually make it come into this world. Because the only way to really control your destiny is to put all of your energy into what you truly desire, and not to spread it around with everything that is not really getting you to what you desire. The eighth thing that is very important, not while you are meditating necessarily, but right before and just in general, is your diet. What are you eating? Are you eating stuff that makes your body stressed, that makes your digestive system stressed, that makes you tired and drains your energy? So if you're doing that, you're not going to have a fulfilling meditation. You're not going to be able to meditate as good as you should be able to. When I first started, it was before I even started eating vegan. I don't really like to call it that, but I stopped eating animal products at a point, and I started meditating before I did. And when I was doing it then, I wasn't as focused on it at all. I didn't feel it as much as I do now. Then I stopped for a while, and then I stopped eating animal products and changed my diet to a fruit diet. And when I meditate, it's a completely different feeling now. I'm able to get to a singular thought. I'm completely focused on that thought. Or I just completely clear my mind and just don't focus on anything. I just relax my whole entire body, which is another thing that you can do while you're meditating. You don't have to focus on something. You can just clear all of your thoughts and just relax yourself, because that's really what we all need to do in the end, is relax our mind and our body so that we can actually find who we are. Because while we have thoughts in our head, we can't find who we are and where we are inside of us, because it's all clouded and there's stuff blocking who we actually are, because all of those things are blocking us in the center, and we can't get to the center where we actually are. So once you clear all of them, you're still right there, because no matter when you're not thinking about anything, we still are who we are regardless. Us in this world does not make us who we are. We already are who we are before we came to this earth that we're on right now. Those are the main 8 things that will help you to get started with meditating and to really have a fulfilling meditation. Another thing that you want to think about when you start meditating is when you're doing it. Doing it when you wake up or when you go to sleep is going to be the best if you're just getting started, because you're already going to be somewhat relaxed. You're already going to be in a mind state that you're either winding down for the day or you're just waking up for the day, and you're relaxed at that point. To really see how meditation changes your mind though, do it in the middle of the day after you just had an emotional reaction, after you got angry, sad, or even happy with something, depending on what it is. Sit down and meditate and see how it really changes your energy, which your emotion is your energy in motion. See how it changes that, because it is amazing how clearing your mind, even just stopping in the moment and taking some deep breaths for a minute or so, that is meditating, how it changes your mood. It will clear all that negative energy that was put out, and you'll be back to a mind state where you are controlling your energy then. And it's amazing what just taking a few deep breaths can do to your mind, and how it can help you in an emotional sense. The other thing when it comes to meditation is, you might have noticed this, but it's all about using your 5 senses. And that's because when we're meditating, we're really trying to come in contact with our 6th sense, which we all have. They made a movie about that. which is not anything like our sixth sense actually is. Our sixth sense is our feeling, is our intuition, which is the only sense that is not present in this world in a way that we can really explain it to people because of how this world is set up right now. Within the matrix of the world, the sixth sense is completely gone. It's blind to everyone because you can't use it in a way that everyone's used to using stuff. And to get your sixth sense back, you use your five senses. You use your smell, your breathing, what you are smelling. You use what you are listening to. Is it relaxing you? Is it helping you relax your body? What you're seeing, which is with your eyes, but it's also when you're meditating, a lot of times you close your eyes, which that is releasing the stress that we are normally putting into our body by looking at stuff. A lot of us don't realize that when we're looking at stuff, we're taking in information at everything we're looking at. And it puts stress on our body depending on how we are taking in that information. Even if you just see something on TV, it's made to make you feel a certain way and to put stress on your body. And when you're meditating, you're using or not using your eyes to relax yourself. Now, when you're in nature, you can use your eyes to look around. It really depends on what your scenery is. And to look around, just look at nature. Look at the beauty of nature. Take it all in. Notice all the little things that you've never even noticed are happening right there in front of you when you're in nature. The little bugs that are all over the place. How the tree moves. Just the little things is what will help you get into a meditative state of mind. Because it's all about being conscious about everything you are doing with all of your senses, and that includes visually. Most of us are too busy going around too fast to consciously look and notice things that are actually happening around us at every moment. The other one is feeling the energy from the crystals, feeling something in your hand that is natural to you, something that helps you get back to who we are naturally. Even just a stick, a seed from outside, even dirt from putting your hands in the dirt if you're outside. That will help you reconnect with the earth and reconnect with nature and who you are naturally. And it sounds silly kind of to feel the dirt, but the dirt can tell you a lot. The dirt has been here for as long as this earth has existed. None of the dirt has left. So the dirt has a lot of information to tell you. We just have to relax and reconnect with it to really understand what it can tell us. And the sixth sense, or the fifth sense, that helps you reach your sixth sense would be your taste. What are you tasting? Is what you are tasting actually helping your energy flow, or is it harming your energy flow? Again, the food that you are eating. Are you eating a plant-based diet that is light on your digestive system? Fruit, which is the optimal thing, which is the lightest on your digestive system? Or are you eating animal products and grains and things like that put a strain on your digestive system and really steal your energy? And you can tell by the taste of it. Our food should be delicious naturally. Most food that we eat, we have to cook. The only thing that I really find that's 100% delicious naturally is fruit. The sweetness, the fruit has so many subtleties to it too when you're only eating fruit. And there's so many different types of fruit, so many that I haven't even tried yet, which I can't wait to get out and try all of them. There's hundreds, probably thousands of different types of fruit in this world right now that we have no access to because of how it's industrialized. We only have access to what we are given access to. Once you harness your five senses though, once you put them into conscious use and you consciously are paying attention to what you are when you are consciously paying attention to the information you are getting from them, will begin getting your sixth sense back. You will begin understanding what the sixth sense feeling is. It's the empathy that you feel when you are just looking at someone. when you're just even not even looking at it, when someone walks in the room, you can feel that that person has walked in the room because they have energy too. They just don't know how to feel it, but you are using your sixth sense, so you can feel all of it. You might be able to see the energy even around them. You might be able to smell a certain energy around them because our fifth five senses really are not tied to this world. They're really natural to our being when we're not present in this world as well. And they're really all just feelings. When it comes down to it, they're all feelings that we have put into different things in our body so that we can use our feeling sense in this world. And we've just forgotten how we actually should be using it. And it's all about consciously paying attention and understanding that there's so much more that I have no idea what that is going on right now. There's so much more that I could be paying attention to and learning from everything that's just around me right now. No matter where you are, there's always more that you can be consciously looking at in all ways at any given moment in the time that we are in here right now. And that's really it. Those are the 8 ways to get started with meditating, and a few extras there at the end that will also help you get started meditating and what it's really all about. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good day.